I'm getting very tired of this myth in the Looksmaxing community that your confidence is directly correlated to your looks. Oh, if you're born a Chad, you're gonna be super confident. No, it's actually not like this, man. Like, I've had friends in the past, for example, like, they looked very, very handsome, but then if I wanted to go approach girls with them, for example, they'd start shivering. They're just, oh, I can't do it. I can't talk to girls, man. It seems like a lot of people in the Looksmaxing community, gonna be honest, they're low-key afraid of women, man. Even these other looksmaxing experts, they're photoshopping their photos. You rarely see them with actual girls. Then you have to question how much confidence they actually have in real life with actual women. I'm not saying this to hate. I'm saying this to say that looksmaxing does not make you confident, and it will not actually guarantee that your dating life is going to be better unless you actually build up the confidence and the self-assurance within yourself to where it's pretty effortless to get women. And I'm actually going to show a real life example of this from me talking about this specifically. So this actually comes from whenever I was 15 years old. If you're an OG on the channel, you probably remember this story time. So I just transferred to a new school. My father moved to a new city. I was transferred to a new school. And so this school, the very first week, I developed my first crush. Now this girl, I was really obsessed with her as a 15-year-old. Now, keep in mind, this is after 2 years of looksmaxing. I wasn't that chunky little fat kid anymore. I was doing some bone smashing. My braces were off. My teeth were pearly white. My hair was looking good. I was spending all this money on professional haircuts. I was getting really expensive clothes, all for my own money, because I was obsessed with looksmaxing from a very early age. But the thing is, it still never gave me that confidence as a kid to where I could actually pull whatever girl I wanted to. Because going back, I wish I could have enjoyed the high school experience more, just lived life a little bit more, been one of the cool kids. But it's like there was this disassociation where I never felt like I was actually good enough to do that. And then looking back, it's like objectively I was one of the most attractive kids in my school, but I never really got that fun life experience because of that insecurity. And now I had this crush for the first maybe month of this new school, and then the first day I finally talked to her is actually on picture day. So everybody in the entire school gets together in the cafeteria, and we're all standing in these lines, single file, waiting for picture day. We are all taking our photos. Just by pure coincidence, pure luck, I was behind this girl that I had a crush on, and then all of a sudden, she starts talking to me. Now, this girl was on the basketball team. I played basketball. We had a lot in common. I think I remember us even talking about basketball, our favorite players, stuff like this. And in my head, I'm like, wow, this is going great. This conversation's so nice. And then all of a sudden, I remember looking up and seeing all of these heads around me, and they had to help me up because I fainted talking to my crush. It doesn't matter that I looked good, I put all this effort into my self-improvement, I still fainted talking in front of this girl who I had on this pedestal. I thought she's so special. She's just the most special girl. And looking back, man, I never really got full appreciation of my looks at the time. So if you're watching this, I want you to realize one thing, and one very important thing. If you've been looksmaxing just a little bit, like you've been putting in some effort, there's a good chance you are putting in more effort than the majority of other men, and a lot of these other men are having better life experiences than you, especially if you're younger. Like, they're going out with girls, they're getting these girlfriends, they're enjoying their lives to the fullest, and you probably already look better than them if you've been putting in some work. Now, I want you to actually take this video to start enjoying life a little bit. I'm always telling you guys to keep working, become the better version of yourself, but you need to find the balance, and you need to actually enjoy your youth, especially while leveling up, while listening, while improving, and you have to start building real confidence. Real confidence is the biggest thing in the world. Real confidence will make it to where you see the girl of your dreams walking down the street. She's at your gym, wherever it is. You can go up to her. Your voice isn't shaking. You're not anxious. You're like, oh, what if this girl rejects me because she's better than me? I'm not good enough. You're never going to have that attitude again because you will be good enough, man. You're not going to have these insecurities that a lot of these other Looksmaxing creators have, to where it's almost like they have to prove a point that they're handsome just by photoshopping their images, only showing their best angles. That just shows insecurity. What is the purpose of doing all this Looksmaxing stuff if you're still going to act like an insecure little girl? I'm going to be honest with you guys, man. Whenever you improve your looks, you need to start responding to that. You need to have the confidence of someone who is more attractive. You need to know who you actually are. And now, the key to confidence, I've said this time and time again, it does not come from how attractive you are. It doesn't come from how tall you are. I've met tall guys, insanely insecure. I've met rich guys, insanely insecure. Handsome guys, insanely insecure. Confidence just comes from how capable you are, how much you're actually able to stick to something, man. For me, I noticed I never really started developing confidence until I set my mind to do something, whether it's changing my looks, whether it's changing my physique, and then I actually start to change it. Now, there is going to be levels to this. Like, I noticed when I first Looksmaxed, I gained a little boost in confidence, okay? And then when I first got the physique, I looked like Brad Pitt in the movie Troy. I had the exact aesthetic I was aiming for the longest time. I got another boost in confidence, but there's still this layer of insecurity. There's still this level of self-doubt. It wasn't until I would say that I bumped up my career and then I started traveling around the world, something I said I was going to do, and it's more of a big deal. I feel like infinite levels of confidence, it comes from something that almost everyone in your life doesn't think that you can actually accomplish, and then you prove them wrong by actually doing said thing. It's like you want to become an actor, you move to Hollywood, and you actually start getting roles in movies. That's going to give you real confidence because you are doing something no one thought you could. You are doing something that most people can't do, and that's going to give you an elite level of confidence. And that is where confidence comes from, man. If you can achieve something that you yourself even have a doubt, like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. This seems really freaking difficult, actually. You force yourself to do that. You develop the discipline and the self-worth within yourself to actually finish what you said you were going to do. Now in your mind, you're building up the positive neural pathways where it feels like you can do anything, man. You go up to a girl, it doesn't matter if she rejects you. It's not going to affect how you feel about yourself because you deep down feel very good about yourself. You feel confident. You feel like if this girl doesn't like you, then she's the one missing out. That's what true confidence is, man. And it doesn't come from obsessing about your looks, obsessing about these things. When it comes to your looks, when it comes to all these things, you can just ascend them as much as possible, but fixating on them, being obsessed with them, actually yields negative results. So this message is for anybody who might relate to who I used to be, where I was over fixated on looks, and finding the healthy balance to where you can continue focusing on your goals, because the goals, that's going to be the most important thing. A girl is going to see you driven, obsessed, passionate about something in particular, and that is what true attraction is, because a lot of guys don't have that, man. Girls don't really want to date the Patrick Bateman who's just staring in the mirror, obsessing about themselves all freaking day. That's not what is handsome to them. Yes, they're attracted to good-looking men, but keep this in mind, man. I will post content, for example, ironically saying how attractive I am, how tall I am, and it turns women off. They don't want guys to recognize that they're handsome. They don't want guys to put in effort that they are becoming handsome. They want guys just effortlessly handsome. So even if you are doing a lot of Looksmaxing, this can never be something seen as obvious from the outside world. Looksmaxing should almost kind of be a secret while developing the confidence in every other area of life. That's it, man. I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new. Love you with all my heart.